Okay. As you can see, the Necchi BU is back on the workbench. This finish on the bottom was all cracked and loose, and all I did to get that to hold back down is put a coat of lacquer over the top of the loose finish. I cleaned it really good, and then got lacquer on top of it to hold that together to make the work surface usable again. It's not a restoration or a particularly but it is protecting these the cool Necchi logo on the bed here, and it's going to keep this chipped edge from getting caught on a work on a work project and popping more in and out. So with that done, I'm gonna start putting this back together. And this machine, I haven't really opened it up to oil it. It's got oiling locations across the top with the beads in it, and I've opened the end here and kind of looked, but it's running so smoothly. I don't have the hand wheel on, and it's just like butter. So whoever had it getting it ready to give away before I got it definitely lubricated it aplenty. But I'm gonna put another drop on everything because I can while it's in here. But yeah. So, and let's see now. Okay. Get our bucket of parts out. Oh, and I took the hand wheel off, but did not grab the hand wheel when I came back over. Well, I've got the needle plate, screws, and things in this box, so I'm gonna take care of that. So we've got this screw here, and that's just an alignment screw, and then the okay. So this is just a set-in needle plate with these alignment screws. And taking those out when I did the refinish the bed was good. But there's our needle plate and our cover actually yeah, okay. Alright, well, stick our needle plate in and then get our cover in. Oh, come on. We gotta work it to get those two tabs under the side here, and let's just tip the machine up on end here. And then we'll, there. That's popped in place. Drop our needle plate in, get that done. Alright. Removed our bobbin winding button to refinish the base real quick. So that's got to go back in. And try and find the spot on the bobbin winder that looks like is where it was set originally. And then we'll test that when we get to it. And then the bobbin winder here has an engaging lever, and that pushes in here. And then as the winder fills, it drops off there. So get our hand wheel back on. And there's a felt inside the hand wheel to hold a bit of oil for oiling the hand wheel clutch. So I'm gonna squirt oil around inside that felt, and also put some on the wheel itself. Alright, and then this clutch washer is flat, unlike the Singers and a lot of other machines that have tabs on them. So that's, well, turn that around, and then we had an ear on the top. So that's tight. We'll put the screw in and see where it unclutches to. There, it unclutches to a good spot. All right. And we'll slip the belt in behind the cover here. And put our 2 motor mounting bolts back in. This machine, I think the weight of the motor is enough to tension the belt. Most machines that's the way it is, but a lot of the other style brackets have a lot of friction in them, and so you have to move the bracket and tension the belt and then tighten it up. But this one just has the 2 bolts here, so you can get the bolts close to in place and then let the motor rest. And just snug the bolts up. And that is plenty of tension on that belt. And then snugging the bolts just holds the bracket so the motor doesn't vibrate or wiggle too much. Alright. We'll throw our hook in and toss the cover in place. Pop those in. Dab of oil around the hook. And it occurs to me I put oil in the top of the machine, but I did not oil across the bottom here. As you can see, this is a class 15 zigzag with the side load bobbin, which means the bobbin case has to move back and forth with the needle to make the zigzag work. And these machines are rock solid as long as everything stays where it's supposed to stay, which honestly, it's pretty hard to whack those out of adjustment unless you're being incredibly rough on the machine and not lubricating it and not cleaning it at all. So there we go. Alright, let's get this machine back in its case and give it a try. Alright, we're all threaded up, freshly wired. We're on a short stitch and already broke our thread. Okay, let's widen our stitch out there. Oh. It spun the spool and wrapped around the bottom of the spool. That's why the thread broke. We got the felt in place there. That's I know I've said it a million times, but the important thing on old machines, that felt underneath the spool is important to keep the spool from overspinning and wrapping the thread backwards around the spool pin and locking it up and getting caught and snapping your upper thread. Alright. We are pulling the upper thread up. So I guess we'll lower our upper thread tension and see. And I think this needle is a really fat needle. Yeah, this is a particularly fat needle. I just grabbed a random needle. I don't remember if it's the needle that was in this machine or not, but yep, we're able to adjust that to pull the other way. Oh yeah, that needle is tremendously fat. Okay. Oh, that's a 16, so no wonder it sounds like that's a massive needle. It's a 16. Those are huge. Let me get a better needle in here, but I think this is good to go. Yeah. All right. Okay. So I had that 16 in this Necchi, and the reason why you need to make sure that you're using the right size needle is this is a 14, the next size smaller, and this machine is not adjusted to take 16 needles, size 16. The noise it was making before was the needle clattering against the hook clattering on the scarf of the needle. And you could adjust the hook clearance on this machine to put bigger needles like a 16 or an 18 in it if you want, but then it's not going to be able to pick up thread from smaller needles, which is why all the machines are initially adjusted for little or for 14 and smaller needles, because once you adjust to take those fatter needles, the 16 and bigger, you won't be able to, or you'll lose the ability to stitch with a smaller needle. So there, this machine is now stitching very nicely. So it is ready to go.